It was a quiet Sunday afternoon until she showed up, armed with spray paint and a sense of entitlement. The new HOA president marched across my lawn like she owned it. What she didn't know, I wasn't just a retired engineer. I had designed the kind of perimeter system you don't ignore. One bold line, one step too far. And she triggered something bigger than sensors. She triggered a reckoning. It was a quiet Sunday afternoon. The kind of day when the breeze carries just enough warmth to make you forget you ever worked for a living. I was on my porch with a glass of iced tea, Weista, watching birds dive over the trees. When I saw her, Karen, she walked across my lawn like she owned it, not like she was trespassing, but like she was entitled. That smug HOA stride. Clipboard, traded for a can of white spray paint. She didn't knock, didn't wave. She crouched down and started spraying a thick white line through the middle of my yard, like she was claiming disputed territory. She didn't notice the small warning signs embedded in the turf, didn't hear the soft beeping from the underground sensors as she moved further in. But I did. My name is Marcus. I'm a retired military engineer. I spent over 2 decades developing defense-grade surveillance and perimeter systems in places where a mistake could mean lives lost. So when I finally left that world behind, I did what any security-minded person might do. I built my dream house and I defended it. Legally, safely, but unmistakably. My property had motion sensors, hidden perimeter lights, and a custom deterrent system designed to stop intruders before they got too bold. I wasn't paranoid. I was prepared. Karen didn't know that, but she was about to. The moment she sprayed the final stroke of paint, the system activated flashing red lights. An alert voice over a low speaker, restricted area. Step back. Karen leapt like she'd touched an electric fence. She screamed, spun around, and for the first time, looked at the signs. "What the hell is this?" she shouted, waving the spray can at my porch like I had to explain myself. I didn't. I just watched, calm, not smiling, just watching. She stormed off, muttering something about illegal tech and danger to the community. That night, she lit up the neighborhood group chat like it was a war room. "My neighbor has military-grade systems buried in his lawn," she wrote. "Children could be hurt. Pets could die." She forgot one detail. I had cameras, lots of them. I saved the footage. Every step, every line she painted. Her voice calling my yard a visual disgrace, and her very public freakout when the system lit up. She had no idea how much worse she was making things. The next day, I found a citation taped to my door, $500 for unauthorized hazard signage and unsightly yard modifications. It was signed by Karen, and 2 HOA members likely pressured. Not convinced, I posted the fine on the community app with a single caption. "Would you rather be fined? Or safe?" The comments exploded. Some neighbors were outraged at me, at her, at the drama. Others, they asked where they could buy the same system. One man even joked, "Can you install it on my divorce line?" I didn't respond. I didn't need to. Karen's noise was already unraveling. That night, she came back, flashlight in hand, whispering into her phone like she was filming a documentary. She tiptoed around my lawn, narrating nonsense about potential explosives and unauthorized laser systems. She called my setup a terror lawn. She didn't know I was watching through thermal imaging, sipping my tea. The next day, I called the city. Not to complain, but to schedule a formal inspection, just in case. Then I posted the footage of Karen's nighttime investigation to the app. No commentary, just the raw video of her pacing like a conspiracy theorist with a flashlight. That's when everything turned. Neighbors laughed. Some defended her. Sure, but most began to see what she really was. Not a protector, but a power-hungry enforcer, grasping for control. The more she tried to spin the story, the more attention it brought, and not in the way she expected. Then came the flyers. Bright red, delivered to every mailbox on the block. Danger military devices installed in residential lawn. She cited fake legal codes and included a dramatic, blurry image of one of my signs. She was losing control, so I decided to take it from her for good. I invited the neighborhood to a weekend barbecue. called it a safety through technology demo. I served ribs, sweet tea, and walked everyone through the system, how it worked, how it was legal, and most importantly, how it was safe. People asked questions, took notes. Two couples asked if I could help them design their own systems. Even a few of Karen's former supporters looked impressed. Karen stood on the sidewalk, arms crossed, fuming. She didn't say a word. At the next HOA meeting, she submitted a motion immediate removal of all non-traditional perimeter systems. She called my setup dangerous and disruptive. Not a single board member backed her. Then, the city inspector showed up. Karen tried to stop him at the entrance, accused him of impersonating an official. He showed her a badge, then walked straight to me. We reviewed the plans, the permits, the system specs. He nodded, smiled, and said, "One of the cleanest setups I've seen. Looks like your neighbor's the hazard here." 3 days later, the HOA board held a closed session. Karen was removed as president by unanimous vote. No speech, no ceremony, just silence. Word spread fast, not just about her removal, but about how it happened. The man she tried to turn into a villain had outmaneuvered her with calm, clarity, and quiet design. My lawn became a kind of neighborhood landmark. Kids dared each other to step on it, just to hear the system ping. Parents waved as they walked by. The same people who once avoided me now asked me for help with their own homes. And Karen, she stayed, but she faded. She still walks by sometimes, her posture tight, her eyes forward. She doesn't look at my porch anymore, doesn't speak, doesn't spray, but I know she's still watching. People like Karen don't disappear. They wait, but so do I. And my system's still on.